Today, I am coming at you with the 2024 Inkvent calendar ink swatching party. Now, if you want to be surprised in December, don't look at this video. Wait until December. Just save it somewhere and come back to it. If you're surprised whenever the surprise comes, like me, hang around and we're going to go through this and swatch all the pretty inks. I'm going to be using my Lamy Vista to write down the names of everything. Day one is Baltic Breeze. Baltic Breeze is a shimmer ink. It looks lovely. And yes, just give it a little shake to get some of the shimmer in the sample, I hope. I will link my tools in the description that I'm using to swatch. I have got my nib holder and an ornament nib that I picked up on Amazon. And I'm swatching on loose Tomoe River paper that is white that I also picked up on Amazon. I will probably swatch this in my Tomoe River paper notebooks, but the paper is kind of a cream color and I wanted to be able to see the colors a little more accurately, so I'm just going to tip this into my swatch book and then I will swatch in the book anyway. So here we go with number one, Baltic Breeze. And number two is Wilted Rose. It's a standard ink. And I kind of like it. It's kind of a brownish rose color, which is cool. I can't wait to see these inks and pens. But for right now, it's easier for me to just swatch. I didn't want to take the time to make the video longer by using a dip pen or something like that. I figure it's just faster for me to use just the one fountain pen, and I don't have one inked with black because I don't know, I just don't. So I used violet. It's dark enough because it's a fine nibbed pen, and I wrote it down on my paper so when I look back later I'll know what I used. So there's day two, Wilted Rose. And day three is Nulty Fur. Oh, and this is what's called a Star Bright ink. I don't know what that really means. Let me know down in the comments if you know. But I'll tell you this, the color's bright and punchy. I don't know how I'd feel about this in a pen. I guess it would depend on what I used it for, because it's not like I don't like it. It's just that for everyday writing, it wouldn't be a go-to color for me, but it's very bright and punchy and pretty. I don't know, I'll have to look and see if I see it somewhere, what this means. It says on the label Star Bright, and there is a shimmer. Now day four is Forest Gateau. I hope I said that right. This is a scented ink. Let's see if I can smell anything. I didn't notice anything as I did the swatch. Yeah, it smells like something. I won't lie to you and say I like it. Kind of reminds me of some kind of children's medicine, to be honest. Maybe a cherry flavored one. I don't know. I don't like the smell. Not really my jam. And like I said, when I was swatching it, I didn't notice. So I guess either I didn't breathe in deeply enough, or it's really not, very overwhelming. but it's scented, and of course it is very well lubricated there. And I like the color. It's very pretty and bold. I really do like that color. You'll see it later when it dries down. Day 4 is Forest Gateau. Here we go. And day 5 is Icy Lilac. Icy Lilac is a shimmer ink, so we'll get the shimmers up off the bottom of the bottle and hopefully down onto the paper so you can have a look-see at how this comes out. And here we go. Just dipping my nib. It's a little tricky because the end of the nib holder is slightly bulbous, so it doesn't quite want to go in there. And I don't want to make a mess because I tend toward messiness, and that's not good. It's very pretty lilac. I guess Icy Lilac is well named. I like it. Be interesting to see in a pen. Well, did I call it Icy Lilac? Yeah, Icy Lilac. Day 5. I just wrote lilac, but it's icy. Oh, I did write icy. I'm okay. Don't mind me. Day 6 is Cranberry. Cranberry is a standard ink. It does have a green sheen. I would not call it overpowering, but to be honest, yeah, it's prominent in my swatch. I wouldn't mind if it didn't have it because I do like the base color. The base color is very pretty. And I guess we'll see how that looks in a pen. I do like the color. Just, I don't know about the sheen. Look at that glow. Very pretty. So yeah, other than the sheen, it's a standard ink. So, which is cool. I like standard inks. Day 6 is Cranberry. And day 7 is Lemon and Lime. I don't know what that has to do with Christmas, unless it's going into your adult beverage. I really don't know. This is a chameleon ink. So we'll see what it does when I put it down. All right. Yeah. Where it's pooling, it tends toward the green, but otherwise it looks kind of yellow. And I don't know, I like it, but it's kind of like fluorescent. So I don't know. I don't know what I would do with this ink, to be honest. I don't mind highlighters though, but I don't know. I don't know what I would do with the ink right now. My brain is stuck on, how are you going to write with that? But you don't have to write with it. You can use it, I don't know, to check off check boxes or something. I don't know, or add accents to your Christmas cards. Day 8 is Marley. Marley is another standard ink. Give it a little shake anyway. And I don't know, it's kind of an interesting color. I currently have mixed emotions about it. I'll be interested to see this one in a pen too. And it's a little on the dry side, I have to say. I didn't really want to get going when I was doing the swatch. Yeah, this is voiceover, Anita, because I don't think I can talk and swatch inks at the same time yet. I think that's an acquired skill, or maybe it's just natural talent. I don't have that talent. So here I am, voicing it over. But it's a pretty color. It's kind of different for me because I tend toward more saturated, bold colors. Not necessarily bright, but easy to read, high contrast colors. But this one is kind of nice. That's day 8, Marley. And day 9 is Wishing Tree. Wishing Tree is a chameleon ink. We'll see how this looks when it goes down. Get some out onto the nib. Come on. Here we go. Yeah, this is more lubricated than Marley, the previous color. Kind of like that. And it goes down kind of greenish, and it dries down differently. You'll see later. That is day 9, Wishing Tree. And day 10 is Chilly Nights. Chilly Nights is what is called a star bright ink. It has got a lovely silver shimmer over a nice dark base color that I like. I'm kind of excited to use this color. It does make me think of those cold, dark winters in New York, where I lived once upon a time. Oh man, I tell you, winter in the north is different. I tell you, I didn't mind it up until New Year's. Now, I grew up in New York, southern New York, and I worked in Manhattan, and it's cool when you have all the decorations, you got the tree and everything, and it's so much fun. And then once it's all put away, it's just dark and cold, and I was not a fan. I never really got over that. It's much better in the South. It's warmer. That's a total side story, but I do like this. It's very pretty. A silver shimmer over a dark blue base color. Day 10, Chilly Nights. Totally reminds me of winter. Day 11 is Grotto. This is a shading ink. I can't even tell what the base color is. It's kind of a pinkish red, more red than pink, with a green sheen. But I like the base color. See how pretty this is? But then the sheen comes. I'm sure it'll be better in a pen. I don't know. I don't mind sheening inks, but this is labeled extreme sheen. I don't need all that sheen to be happy. It can just be a hint of sheen, and I would be good with that. But I was not consulted. They did it without me. Day 11, Grotto. And day 12 is Snow Globe. This is a pretty color. This is another chameleon ink. And the label, it's kind of accurate. It's kind of, I call it a mid-dark blue. I'm not sure how it will show up in a pen because I did not swatch with a glass tip pen or anything. So it will be a surprise later. I just want to see the colors, and I hope y'all don't mind that. But I do like it. It's pretty. It does shade nicely. You'll see that when it starts to dry. And that is day 12, Snow Globe. Day 13 is Lullaby. Lullaby is a standard ink. I like this color. I'm just not sure how it will be for me to read it when I put it in a pen. But typically my smallest nib is a medium, so it should be good. We'll see. But the color is very pretty. It's like a pinky purple. I like it. Look at that. And it shades pretty nicely too, if you have, I guess, a broad enough nib to see the shading. But it's very pretty in the swatch. You'll see that as it dries down. And that is day 13, Lullaby. And day 14 is Mint Twist. Mint Twist is another chameleon ink. Got some shimmer down there. It's a pretty color. I think Mint Twist is a good name for it. Definitely reminds me of a cool minty green. It shades nicely. And that is day 14, Mint Twist. Excuse me. And Sleigh Ride is day 15. Sleigh Ride is another extreme sheening ink. Diamine wanted us to have sheen in our lives this Christmas. Now, I love the base color. It's very pretty. But it will dry with a green sheen. And I'm sure that in writing it won't be as prominent as it is in the swatch, but I do like the base color. I don't know. How do you not get the sheen? Is there like a trick? I don't know. Probably not. But it's a pretty base color. Day 15, Sleigh Ride. And day 16 is Tundra. The Arctic Tundra. This is a standard ink that you will see eventually does shade nicely. It is a nice, standard, cool shade of gray. I don't mind this. I don't write with a lot of grays. I'm not sure why. I don't know. I think I do know why. I'll tell that story another day. Because it's silly. I think I have PTSD. Day 16, Tundra. And day 17 is Winterberry. I really like this color. This is a chameleon ink, and it's got some shimmer in it, and it's just a really pretty shade. I think it will be fun for the holidays. If I can get it to lay down on the paper. There we go. Yeah, I like that base. That's really pretty. And the shimmer is also red. And it's very lovely. I like this color. It's nice and punchy and fun for the holidays, I think. Or any other month, to be honest. Valentine's Day with red. Day 17, Winterberry. And day 18 is Vibe. This is an extreme sheening ink. They are not joking. It has a lovely blue base color with, ouch, I'm sorry, with a pinkish red sheen. And as usual, I like the base color, but that sheen, it's doing its thing. I don't know what else to say about it. Day 18 is Vibe. Moving on to day 19 is Fruit Cocktail. This is a scented ink. Let's see if I can smell something. I didn't smell it when I was swatching. It smells like medicine. I am not a fan. I don't know. I usually like fruity smells, but this just reminds me of something medicinal. And I don't know, like kids' cold medicine or something. I'm not really a fan. And generally, if it's not overpowering, I'm not going to sniff the ink. So it'd have to be really strong. I don't really smell it. Unless, like I said, I hold it up to my nose, which, what for, right? It's a pretty punchy orange color that has pink undertones. I like it. It's bright. I don't know how I feel writing with it, but I like to look at it. Maybe do something with it, like some calligraphy or a little painting. I try. I am not great. I haven't had the patience to be anything beyond, like very rudimentary, but I like the color. Day 20 is Potpourri. Potpourri is a standard ink. Thank you. I can't think of what it reminds me of. It's not a loud color. I don't know. It's pretty. I don't know how well I'll be able to see it in a pen in writing. We'll have to wait and see what happens with that. But the swatch is pretty, as you will see momentarily. Come on. It's a little bit on the dry side. Not too bad, just a little bit. At this point, the driest ink that I've swatched has been Marley. I don't know, that one just didn't want to get going. That is day 20. I wrote 19. Don't mind me. Potpourri. Next up is day 21. Cosmic Glow. This is another extreme sheening ink, which reminds me totally of, what is it? Nitrogen? Who makes that ink? That was one of the first samples I got. And I was like, wow, this is a lot. And it was annoying to clean. So I think I have PTSD from that too. But it was a really pretty color. I like this too. Look at that pretty blue. I love that. It's like a nice, rich cobalt blue. And then that sheen is going to pop up. Yeah, but it's really, really pretty. Almost, in my mind, I would have loved it without the sheen. But, as I say, they didn't ask me what I thought. They just went ahead without me. Day 21. Cosmic Glow. And day 22 is Nutmeg. This is a shimmer ink. It's kind of grayish, tannish kind of color. I don't know, it's kind of interesting. Yeah. It's like a warm gray with a little hints of like a beigey in there, beiginess. And the shimmer coordinates with it. It's not like there's a contrast like silver or something. It's a warm shimmer, kind of a fine gold. They look very nice together. I did not manage to get much shimmer in my swatch though. But it's very pretty. But it's not, there aren't large particles of shimmer, so hopefully that means it will just flow through the feed and out the nib and onto the paper. Day 22 is Nutmeg. Day 23 is Pine Needle. I love this green. I didn't say this, I don't think, at the end near the end, when you're seeing the close-ups, but I love this green. This has got to be my favorite green of the greens we were given this year. This is a chameleon ink. It's got a green shimmer, and it is very pretty. I like this kind of warm mid-tone green. It's nice. And it went down nice and easy too. I like that. I'm going to enjoy putting that in a pen. I have to make sure I at least tried out all the inks from last year. I might have missed a couple. I've got to check. But this Pine Needle is really pretty. And that is day 23. And day 24 is Salted Caramel. This is a shimmer ink. It's really pretty. It's got a nice fine shimmer, which moves around very easily in the bottle. And hopefully it will move very easily through the feed and all of that, and we won't have a problem with any kind of clogging. So that's not fun. But this is a very pretty, warm, beigey color. And I like this one too. Very nice. Come on, there we go. Just trying to make sure I got enough of that out there. Let me see. It's not really a big time shader, but it's a nice color. And that is day 24, Salted Caramel. One more to go. Day 25, Good Tidings. That's the big bottle. This is an extreme sheening ink. Why Diamine? Just regular sheen would have been good enough. At least for me. Let me see. Yeah, that's a very heavy green sheen with a very dark purple as the base color. And I'll just lay this down and look at that. I like the base color. We'll see how this performs in a pen. Day 25, Good Tidings. All right, y'all. Let's get a little close up on these inks. I'm going to do the best I can. They're mostly dry. The Day 25 ink is still a little wet, but it's a heavy sheener. It says extreme sheen, and I don't feel like I need to see how extreme right now. I'm sorry, I'm a little unsteady. I'm not trying to make anybody dizzy. I am doing the absolute best I can to show y'all these a little bit better, so you can get an idea. This is only the second calendar I've picked up. I just really got into fountain pens near the beginning of 2023, and I realized there are some colors from previous editions that I liked, and with last year's calendar, I definitely had favorites, but there were definitely many more that I liked than I didn't. But this year, I don't know. I kind of have some mixed emotions about some of these colors, and I would definitely like to know what you all think, because there are definitely more that I feel strongly about that I really like. But you can't really see that sheen yet. It's still wet. It's coming though. It's a dark purple with a heavy sheen. And I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of sheening. I like the idea of it more than the practical use of a sheening ink. All right, so I'm zoomed back out, and yeah, I'd love to know what you all think about these colors. I definitely have some that I really like. Like, I'm really drawn to this, and I'm not really big on burgundies and stuff, but I really like this one. This is really gorgeous. And Winterberry is really pretty. And after that, I don't know. I can probably feel differently about some of these in a pen, but the swatches don't make me want to necessarily write with them. So we're going to see. Let me know what you think, please, down in the comments. I need to hear from you all, because this is definitely, for me right now, it's kind of underwhelming. So these two I really like. Kind of like Nutmeg, kind of like Tundra. Salted Caramel isn't bad. Wishing Tree, it's kind of interesting. Marley's kind of interesting too. But I don't know, the colors are very muted, which, you know, that's fine. But I don't know. I need to see them through someone else's filter so I can look at them differently. I definitely have my preferences and my biases. I like nice bold colors, and this isn't quite the year for it. Fruit Cocktail is kind of interesting. It's like orange with orange with pink undertones, and that's really pretty, but not necessarily something I would want to write with. So please tell me what you think. I'd love to hear down in the comments. And yeah, I can't wait to open calendars. Advent calendars, I like the idea, but you know what? If I have it, I just want to go ahead and open it. I'm going to be surprised whenever I open it. I don't have to wait for each day to go by. Yes, I am impatient, and I am shameless about it. So tell me what you think, and I hope you have yourself a wonderful day. Take care.